and welcome to another episode of Chit Chat and All That with me, Amanda Prowse.
And me, Penny Dommett. Thank you for joining us round the kitchen table for another dose of chatter.
A dose?
A dose of chatter.
Sounds like something a bit dodgy. Got a dose. Don't want a dose. Can we say a dollop?
A dollop of chatter. Dollop's a good word, isn't it?
Prefer a dollop than a dose, mate.
Is dollop onomatopoeic? Is that what I mean?
I don't know
what is
you
it
mean.
when a word sounds like the word it is?
Oh, yeah, that.
Like...
Squelch.
Yeah.
Squish.
Hiccup.
Oh, hiccup's a good one. Hiccup.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Benjamin used to call them buttercups.
Benjamin's listening going, thanks for sharing that, Mama. That's marvellous.
Chicken? Did you just say chicken?
Chicken, what?
Yeah, but chicken doesn't sound like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
No, you're mad. You're mad. This is degenerating already. We've only been going for 2 minutes.
I know. Doesn't hold up much.
I
Don't
know.
hold up much hope, do we?
No.
Although we should be very proud of ourselves because we've set up our own podcast today, Penny.
I know. We didn't have any outward help.
I was going to say any grown-up help.
Yes.
'Cause
I mean,
usually-
it could be a disaster. We could end up doing something terrible in the middle.
But that's okay. We can fix those disasters.
Yeah.
But usually we have to call a man, don't we? And I hate that we have to call a
Do you
man.
remember? I've just had a sudden flashback.
Oh.
Do you remember TV?
I do
when you were
remember
little?
TV. I do.
And when it went wrong, they used to put the test card up.
Yes, of
With
course.
the girl.
Yeah.
With a dunce hat on. No.
No, it
there
was a
teddy
balloon and
with
a clown.
Was it?
A teddy and a clown face and a balloon and something else. She had chalk, I'm thinking, in her hand.
Why am I thinking there was a hat involved?
There probably was. And a headband. I'm picturing a headband.
Yeah. And the
Test
colours.
card.
Why
I
did
can
they
remember
have
the
the
noise.
test card?
I suppose you could test the screen.
I don't
Clue
know,
the
because it
title.
was lots of colours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it must have been something to do with...
But wasn't she wasn't it a coloured picture inside a black and white grid?
Oh, now you're
Oh,
asking.
I'm thinking it was
Somebody
that.
will know. Somebody will post us a photograph of the test card.
I was trying to explain to Joshy a little while ago how the TV used to end.
Oh, it
yeah.
did. It used to go beep.
Yeah. And you can do that. I set my tinnitus off. Oh, hello, front door. That wasn't you. That wasn't. But also, they used to play the National Anthem.
Did they? I
Yes.
never stayed up that late, so I wouldn't have known.
I know that you're lightweight.
Yeah.
But back in the day, yeah, I used to love the National Anthem at the end of it.
Really?
Yeah. And I think it's...
So when did what time did TV end?
I don't want to say... I don't think it was that late. I want to say
What,
maybe...
midnight?
No, maybe 11. I'm making it up.
Really?
Let's say 11. Let's say 11:15.
Yeah, because of course the thing is pubs were kicked out
Yes.
at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
10:30? Was it
Yeah.
10:30?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
And then, you know, they went home, watched a bit of news.
Bit of news.
Isn't it funny
A
how
programme.
when you were younger, you used to think all your parents did was watch the news.
Yeah, work
was
and
like-
watch the news. I think actually as a grown-up, that is all we do, isn't it?
Yeah. But now I've turned into that person
I'm
that goes,
definitely-
let's just watch the headlines.
Well, I'm laughing to myself because I can remember, you know, a late night. If you had a late night, it was like, oh, staying up late was the most exciting thing in the world. Now I want to go to sleep at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's weird how things turn around, isn't it?
Yeah. I look at the clock and think, how quickly can I get in bed?
Well, and also, as you know, all the parents out there that are having to stay awake half the night because their children keep waking them up. And then they get to 16 and they go out and you lie awake waiting for them to come in.
Yeah. And then the next day shout at them because they're not getting up.
Exactly.
Not that I ever did that.
No.
I thought, let them sleep.
Mine didn't really ever do that.
No, I don't
There was
think
always
mine
something to be done. So, you know, they had to get up and get the cows in, or they had to get up and do something.
Get up that chimney. You know, go in their keep.
And also, we didn't have central heating. So
Yeah.
it was so cold that, to be honest, they had to get up.
To keep alive. It's like a workhouse, wasn't it? Your house, basically. Ice on the windows, gruel for breakfast.
Yes,
Get
yes.
them working.
Do you remember what was big in our house? I don't know why. I hated them. Grapenuts.
What's a grape nut?
Have you never had a grape nut?
Are you making it up?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you're making it up first.
No. Everybody, Granny and Grandpa, everybody used to eat grape nuts. They were.
Is it a hobby?
No.
I don't know.
Basically, it's like bits of grit. But
Oh,
it was
sounds
like
very
wheaty,
attractive.
wheaty sort of. I can't believe that your teeth used to manage them.
What's the purpose?
It's
Is
a
it
cereal.
treat?
It's a cereal.
For breakfast?
Yeah, grape nuts.
Grape nuts?
Yeah.
Is it actually the nuts
It's
and
real.
grapes?
It's not. I
a
went to
made-up thing.
Inters and then I came back and had grape nuts.
We still
in
didn't
my
believe
dream.
We still didn't believe you were an inter.
I was.
Not having it.
Yeah. Anyway, all you Grapenut fanatics,
Is it a
make
thing?
sure you can still get them now, I think.
Well, I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
But you
I'm going to
don't
bring you some.
No, please don't. But you
It's a bit like it as well for Christmas. I must just tell everyone, for Christmas, it's as if between the two of us, we obviously made mental note of all the things we've discussed in the podcast.
Yep.
And then given them for Christmas.
Yep.
Because I had a custard cream.
Obviously. A ceramic
Custard cream.
Yep.
A slab of toffee with a hammer.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Is there any other kind of toffee?
Just listen back, dear listener, and you will understand this. So that was definitely the highlight. And I gave you white musk.
You did. I loved it.
I did open the bottle and think, oh my gosh, my teenage years flashed before me, and I quickly put the lid back on again.
I love it. I'm having a white musk bath every night.
Are you? Oh no.
Pen, I'm loving
Awful.
it. Loving it. And today we did something fairly Is it monumentous or momentous?
Momentous or monumental?
Both of those things. I'm not very good with words, Pen. I'm sorry.
This was your other Christmas present.
The best Christmas present I think I've ever had.
Woohoo!
Because you bought me a tree, which I know we've already told you, but today we planted said tree.
Yes, and it was very lovely because there was a little break in the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
It was slightly sunny, and the ground wasn't frozen, and we dug a lovely big hole.
We dug a lovely big hole.
I dug a hole, and we loosened all the soil in the bottom. We gave it a little bit of magic fairy dust, which is otherwise known as mycorrhizal fungi.
I thought it was.
Which is
It looked like
brilliant.
baking powder.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. It's made a big difference because it encourages all the secondary root system and helps it in times of stress. So helps it when it's very dry or when it literally is being flooded. So and then we filled it back in with some lovely compost and a bit of muck, and it looks wonderful.
Bit of muck.
Oh yeah,
I have a question.
Yes.
So I've only ever seen a tree root in like a tea bag.
Yes.
But that was like, it looks like something you've pulled out the ground.
Literally.
Unsurprisingly.
At this time of year, you can buy what's called bare root trees and shrubs. And they're about half the price of those in containers. So if you know you want a tree or a shrub, a good sized shrub at this time of year.
You bought me a massive tree.
Yeah. And for those who weren't listening at the last podcast, it's a Prunus accolade, which is a type of ornamental Japanese cherry.
It's still
very
not flowered though,
beautiful.
Penny. I've been looking at it all afternoon.
No, it's dormant at the moment, having a little sleep. And in March, you will see the beginnings of the little buds, and they'll start, and then you'll have these beautiful pink double flowers.
I can't believe it's going to come around that quickly.
Yeah, it won't take long. But
Isn't it clever?
But yeah, bare root trees are a great thing to be doing at this time of year. Very easy to plant as well, as long as you haven't got a frost.
And I must say that your agility and strength in hole digging and tree planting, I was, because I never see you at work, not really.
No,
just like you don't sit and watch me write a book. You know, we chat.
Yeah.
But to see you with your little spades and your little wellies, you just turned up looking like Where's Wally? Stripy top, red hat. I thought, oh, here she is. And you just hoiked up the paddock. You said, "Where's the sunset? Where does?" Did all your, magic stuff, deciding where it was going to be seated, and you just got cracking, and you dug that hole really, really quickly.
Well, one tree for me is a joy. I mean, to just have to plant one tree is lovely. I mean, it's a pleasure. It's when we're faced with 5 trees and 450 plants that we have to get in within a few hours.
That's hard.
That is hard, and it is a physically demanding job.
God, yeah. You did actually have stollen when you'd finished. Leftover Christmas stollen.
I know, it was very nice.
It was
very nice.
Thank you, waitress.
The trouble is because when you do a sort of physical job, you think, well, I've just dug a hole for the tree so I can have a couple of pieces of stollen.
I only confessed to giving you one. You've just admitted you had 2.
Yeah, so, I did.
Yeah, but I didn't want to drop you in it.
I wasn't going to have the second slice. I was thinking, no, resist. But of course, then we were chatting, and I didn't really notice that I was already 2/3 of the way down. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But have you got much left over from Christmas?
No, all done. Thank goodness.
Oh, we've still got a bit of cake.
Oh, stop it!
Trying so hard because I've got no discipline. So if it's in the house.
I've got no willpower.
No,
Wasn't born with any.
If it's in the house, I'm afraid I'll eat it. So the only good thing is we have the chickens. And I can always give
the onomatopoeic chickens.
You could call them cluckers. And then they would be...
You little clucker.
Then they would be onomatopoeic. Is that right?
I don't know. We're going to have to Google it, aren't we? Penny?
Yes. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I'm worried now that
I'm
I've
worried.
said the wrong thing.
I'm worried I'm having a dum-dum moment.
Oh.
We have quite a few, don't we?
Yeah. Well, I sort of rely on you. You're supposed to be a wordsmith.
Do you know what? I'm very tired.
Well,
I'm very tired, Pen. And I don't know about you, but when I'm tired, I can barely put my pants on. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's my niece.
Oh, it's not Ken this time.
No, it was Emily. That was nice. She's just saying hi and she hopes we're all well.
Oh,
lovely. I know people like to be kept up to date with what my
can
family
I
are
just
doing.
say, when I first arrive in this place for recording of this podcast, I'm practically frisked to be told, have you got your phone on airplane mode? Have you switched it off? Have you left it in the other room? Yes, I have. And then what am I faced with? You binging over there.
I know, I'm so sorry. Do you know what it is? It's on my laptop, which is what we record on. We have the software on there. And I don't know how to turn off the message noise without muting the whole thing. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Also, dear listener, we are going to shortly be having little videos of us.
How exciting. I'm excited, but I'm also a bit anxious because I've realised I can't just pitch up in my pyjamas.
Oh, well, nobody will see your pyjamas.
Dirty
It'll be like in COVID when people from the waist up were dressed and had their pyjamas on and their slippers. Oh. So it'll be fine.
I love that.
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it really won't matter.
It'll be good. People won't. Oh, that's the dishwasher's finished. Pen, do you want to empty it? Why are you there, love?
Anything else?
Some people say, "Are you really in your kitchen?"
Yeah.
All right, we really are in the kitchen.
Yeah. I know.
All right,
Oh, there it
dishwasher.
is.
We get the message. We know. It's been working hard for 2.5 hours.
What's that?
Yeah.
How often do you put your dishwasher on then?
Well,
excuse me, I'm going to make a noise now because I'm going to switch the dishwasher off. Tell me, how often do you put your dishwasher on? This is very much a controversy.
So, when the kids were at home, oh, thanks, Pen. Well done, little boss. You've done a great job. I'm so grateful for having help.
Other makes are available.
My dishwasher's 100 years old. It's still working. It's brilliant. When the kids were at home and they were little, we didn't have a dishwasher, obviously. And I remember one of my neighbours. We lived in an army base. One of our neighbours came over. And she went, oh my God, how do you cope without a dishwasher? And I remember thinking, we can barely afford to put the heating on. You know, things were tight. How do you manage with... We've got 2 dishwashers. For when one's running, we can fill the other one. And I'm thinking, what is going... no, we just haven't got one and we don't think about it. We don't use one.
I mean, I have got 2 compost bins. In fact, I've got 4, if I'm really honest. You know, whilst one's busy cooking,
yes,
the other one we can fill up.
The other one's fermenting. The other one you wee in.
That's understandable.
I said to you earlier, when you were planting the tree earlier, and I said, oh, Pen, when will it... And she said, oh, don't worry, I'm not going to wee in it. And I was like, we weren't even discussing it. But that's instantly where your mind goes through.
Well, you asked me about the compost.
I did. Anyway, dishwashers, yeah. So we didn't have one. And then I remember when we got one and it was like, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. But then actually, by the time you've loaded it up, waited for it to be full, you know, and...
But that's what I mean. I mean,
it was easier just to wash up.
I think actually we probably switch ours on twice a week.
Yeah, we're probably a little bit more because I do like to do the dog bowls and things like that. But my mum said, do you put your dog bowls in your dishwasher with your plates? And I said, yeah. And she said, that is absolutely disgusting.
That is.
But why? Because it's a dishwasher. It's
but
it's going to be like, you know, 1,000,000 degrees in there.
No.
That's not technically accurate. But it gets rid of everything, doesn't it?
Oh, I know somebody who puts all their hairbrushes.
That is bloody disgusting.
In there.
No.
I mean, that's awful.
That's awful.
Yeah.
But I mean, dog bowl, not the whole bowl, just the middle bit.
What do you mean the middle bit?
You know, the bit that actually...
But you've got weird dog bowls.
Is that wrong then?
Well, I wouldn't put my dog... But I do know people that do put them in, but I wouldn't.
Are you going to refuse to eat off my plates now? You know that they've had a dog bowl near them. I mean, it's not all the time. She says backpedaling because she's worried she's said something disgusting. And I thought everyone did that. They're only stainless steel. So they're going to get nice and clean, aren't they?
They are, but you could always just wash them and then use a bit of bleach spray.
Well, I rinse them and then I put them in to give them a good, you know.
I see. Are you in that group of weird people that rinse their plates before they go in the dishwasher?
Only the dog bowls, but Simeon rinses everything. And I even found an article, and it said...
It says,
you are damaging the environment by basically cleaning your plates under the sink
and then putting
them in the dishwasher. But you won't have it.
And apparently it doesn't make any difference.
Well, apparently it picks up sensors in your dishwasher that pick up food and lumps and bits. And this is making me feel quite nauseous. And if there's no lumps or bits to pick up, it doesn't really know what to do.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's like, help me! I don't know what to do. These plates are all too clean.
Oh, wow.
My dishwasher's going, bloody AI, doing me out of a job. I don't know what to do. Are they clean already? Help me. A man's going to take over my job.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. So
actually, on a very serious note, is there, instead of talking about dishwasher, is there a worry that AI will just write books?
Of course. Oh, it will. They already
Is it happening already?
It already is happening. It's already, yeah, but you have to be very explicit.
Have you seen those things that write you letters for you?
No. I mean, I think it's the way the world is going. It's the way it's going to be. AI is here. It's only going to get more invasive in our lives. And if it can be used for greater good, then you know what? The the genie is out of the bottle. My concern with it is that, I mean, I'll be out of a job within 5 years, I reckon. 6, 7, 8 years probably.
Oh, I think it'll take longer than that.
No, I don't.
Don't you?
No, I don't. I think AI will be able to write books in the style of, in the same way at the moment, there's these sort of AI tools that can help you create artwork. And you can say, I would like to see a picture of a stripy candlestick, she says, looking at a stripy candlestick, in the style of Gauguin, by a river with a dog holding a blah, blah. And it will ping in... Penny, I'm so sorry. That's my brother Paul calling. I declined it. I'm so sorry. I'm really, honestly, I don't know how to turn it off. I wish I did. I'm just extremely embarrassed. Should we edit it out? Probably not. But yeah, you can already do that, can't you? And it's pretty specific and pretty exact. So it will only be a matter of time before they can do that very, very well with words. And actually, if it can help, accumulate data to help in things like medical research or in news gathering or any of that, then why not?
I think that's different because, for example, when, the first 3D plastic printing thing happened, everybody was saying, oh, well, we're not going to need factories and manufacturers anymore. But I have always designed, for example, this is a good other side of the coin, I've always designed with a pen and pencil.
Beautiful
I
drawings.
still
I love your work.
Do hand-drawn plans.
Yeah.
And there is actually an Instagram hashtag of designers that use pens. We're a very small band because most designers now use CAD, SketchUp, all those sort of computer programs to put in the measurements. And then you go, put a tree there, shrub there, do this, do that. Yeah. But they don't have any soul.
No, I
They literally have no soul.
Yeah.
I'm generalising. There are designers out there who are amazing and use CAD all the time.
But we all know what you're saying.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And as a designer, almost the time it takes to think about where things are going to go, how things are going to be balanced, is almost necessary for me to have a good outcome to the garden.
I get that. Part of the process.
Yeah, exactly, part of the process. If something is just done through AI creatively, so writing or pictures, or surely that's going to be exactly the same. It's just not going to have any soul to it.
I actually think it's probably more integrated in our everyday lives than we already realise, particularly because I don't pay much interest to it because I don't want to. Do I like the idea of it? No, I absolutely hate the idea of it. But the fact is it's here. And so I am trying to find ways to mentally embrace it and accept that it is the future. Because let's face it, what you and I think is not going to change it in the long run. I rail against it. I would never use it. I would rather not write than use AI because, like you, part of my process is even, so for example, very, very different, I know, and very acceptable is text to speech. You can talk a book and it will come up on text. But for me, the physical process of the words formulating in my head, I was saying my forehead, in my head, coming down through my body, get a heart check, out on my fingers and onto that screen when I type is a massive part of my...
It's the process again, isn't it?
My creative process, yeah. The idea of just speaking it doesn't have the same gravity when I read it back. I've tried it a couple of times. It doesn't work. So I'm very, very stuck in the way I do it. I will probably, I will write for as long as I can. I've got another 50 books in me, and please, universe, may I do this until the day I drop. Wonderful. What a wonderful way to live. And I love doing it. I do.
Do you think... Sorry.
But I do think it's here, Penny. I think it's here. I think it's integrated. I think it's already being used. And my worry is that I'm very mistrustful of AI. So, for example, there's been a couple of stories quite recently, I don't know if you read, but Apple aggregated the BBC news sites and puts it out as a news bite, and it's all done via AI. And it got 2 headlines. One headline was saying that Rafa Nadal had come out as gay, and it was a mistake. AI got it wrong. He hasn't, obviously, he isn't. But that was a headline on Apple, quoting the BBC, literally quoting the BBC.
Goodness.
So that was, is that libelous? I don't know.
I feel some suing coming on.
Yeah, and the other one was talking about, that was the first example. What was the other one? I can't remember. Something political. And, I know what it was. They announced that Luke, the Nuke Littler, had won the World Darts Championships a day or so before he played it. Because they had looked at all the data, all the statistics, predicted that he was going to win, and they put it out. But they quoted it as a BBC headline. This was Apple AI.
Oh, wow.
So it's incredibly... I mean, we have to trust our news, right?
Because, well, funnily enough, I was going to say, the one area that I could see where AI would be used more quickly would be where it is more factual, no pun intended. So... newspapers reporting on, little old lady down the road who's just reached 100 years old and she's, having a birthday party or something.
I can see what you're reading.
Would you need someone to physically write that, or would you just put it into AI and hey presto?
Well, that's the thing. People don't need to intervene at all.
Do people have to be told?
Do people...
I
think so.
Is it a legal requirement that they're told that this has been generated by AI?
Yes. Well, as far as I don't know much about it, Pen. I'm not an expert, but on that, as you might have guessed, hello. But I know that, for example, if it's any artwork is AI generated, particularly in book covers, you have to say, or it has to be mentioned. I know that's the case. But I also know that people like Amazon... Eventually, I'm quite sure there will be whole departments that just produce AI novels, AI books, AI art, because it's the way it's going.
But then it might all do a full circle and come back to the beginning again, and it'll be, a bit, people like the fact that I still paint the completed garden. So I do a watercolour of the completed garden. People go, oh my God, that's amazing.
But what if you can generate something in AI that looks exactly the same
without taking 7 hours.
If it's indistinguishable.
Yes.
That's the thing, Pen.
Yeah.
And it's a hard pill to swallow. It's hard for us to understand. And I think it's a generation thing as well. I'm petrified of AI because I personally think it's how the world ends.
What? Disappears?
No, I think it's how the world ends. I think AI will eventually blow us up.
Kill us off.
I do. Because it doesn't...
And on that bombshell.
I do. I think, God, bloody hell, we've gone from AI in a book to suddenly this is how... But I do, I think, because ultimately you can't teach an AI machine compassion or a level of reasoning that means we're safe.
Do you ever watch any of these films that are like the end of the world?
No.
No, I don't.
I did watch one. I watched one called Don't Look Up, which was about a climate catastrophe. It was a couple of years ago. It came out around Christmas. It was Jennifer Lawrence and a whole host of amazing. A pig's just come in the kitchen.
It was a long film, wasn't it?
It was, and that was quite clever and quite well done.
Yeah.
And it was quite jarring. Hello, piggy. Hello. Got a little Gloucester old spot wandering around. And I can remember watching that film, and it was quite funny. So it wasn't funny, but they were doing they were giving an interview on breakfast TV equivalent, that. And they were saying there's an asteroid, I'm making this up, about to hit the Earth. We've got 12 hours to live. And the presenters were laughing and going, anyway, did you see what so-and-so was wearing last night? And these scientists are going, you're just not listening to us, but it was actually happening. And it was quite chilling, really chilling. I don't usually.
I don't like any of them that have robots and things like that in. Not very good with that sort of thing.
It's scary, isn't it, Pen, as well?
I find it really scary.
I find it really scary. I won't even have one of those ones that does the hoovering. Just in case it turns on me.
Can you imagine come in here one day and find Mandy splayed out on the floor with a Hoover on top of her.
Oh, hello.
There's your fancy in one.
I do worry about the dishwasher, because if ever that gave up the ghost, I don't know what I'd do.
Really?
Yeah.
You see, they tell me
what machine
in the family,
could you not live without?
Oh, that's an interesting one. My hedge trimmer.
I didn't see that coming.
No.
Your hedge trimmer.
No, actually, probably my laptop.
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's assume laptops.
Okay.
What labour saving device? You can have a hedge trimmer. That's okay.
Because it actually takes a long time. Takes a long time to
only
do that.
if you do it.
Yeah, true. I could do that at Hoover because I just use a brush.
Yeah, I've got a dog.
broom.
Don't worry.
That would be okay.
Got 2 dogs.
Dishwasher, do without that. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
I don't bake enough cakes to. Did you put that? I should just say, pride of place in the kitchen today is a huge pink KitchenAid mixer. When was the last time you baked a cake?
Well,
If I'd have known you were coming out to bake a cake.
luckily for
Bake
us,
the cake.
this podcast is recorded because that is Sara's surprise.
Oh, shoot.
No, it's okay.
It's very beautiful.
She will have it by the time you see it. So,
Oh, thank goodness.
Sara, my beautiful daughter-in-law to
I'd
be.
cover it up, I think.
Well, I wouldn't need to because I never thought that you were going to mention it. And
You know that expression, shooting daggers?
so, Sara,
I thought you were just showing off that you've got a lovely pink
you know,
KitchenAid.
I would never ever use
Well, I was thinking,
anything
it's a bit
like
weird.
that. Yeah, very
It's
weird.
a bit weird.
So, Sara, my beautiful daughter-in-law to be, is she's an incredible baker.
Yes.
And she is, I don't think I'm breaking any secrets here, but if I am, make out I haven't said anything. She is starting a micro bakery.
Oh, what a good idea.
So she is going to bake
Yes.
Old Manor Farm Bakery, I think it's going to be called. Again, that might be a secret, so if I'm letting it out the bag, just don't say you heard it from me. And the one thing she was short of was a decent mixer. And she's been sort of saving up, and you know what? We got one for Christmas, so she doesn't know. She doesn't know.
When's
so
her birthday?
Her birthday is July.
Oh,
Give me a wedding present. Yeah, here you go for the next 3 years. But yeah, so she's coming home
that's
tomorrow.
very exciting.
Coming home tomorrow, and we're not going to tell her. We're just going to lead her in and show her. So as you can see, this is Bakey Corner. So I've renovated it. So
Yay!
in here we've got all the little pink trays and cooling racks, and I know, very excited.
Such a lovely idea.
She's brilliant, you know.
I know,
She's set
she's
her
very
mind
good.
to baking. I think she's going to be following
She could try
Penny's footsteps.
She could try things out on me.
I think she will,
Yeah.
definitely. But she's decided to get chicken, so she's got fresh eggs
Yeah.
that she can use in her baking. And she has been practicing every day.
I'm going to take her to buy
perfecting
her
this loaf.
chickens.
Oh, she can't wait.
Yeah.
She's super excited.
It's not a very good time of year. We have to wait till March.
Oh, why?
Well, because it's the wrong time of year for buying point of lay chickens.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You might get some,
But we don't
but
want them.
we don't
want
might
those
as well
ones.
wait till March, really.
Okay. But yeah, she's going to be super excited. Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
It is actually. It is.
Absolutely lovely.
I'm quite jealous.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to touch it.
Because
I'm
I
not going to
haven't,
switch
I
it
haven't
on.
got one.
I will never use it, obviously.
No.
But yeah, she's
Very
incredibly
lovely.
excited. So
Sorry, I've ruined that surprise.
no, because she will have had it by the time this
Oh,
comes
it's
out.
okay then.
Because we're sort of a week
And by now we'll have had at least 3 different samplings of things.
I hope so.
Ooh.
I have to say that you baked a loaf a couple of months ago, a while ago now. I noticed bread's been a bit thin on the
Yeah,
ground.
because I haven't got any sourdough starter.
I see.
Bruce in the fridge died.
Just
I told
hearing
you.
excuses.
Yeah.
And it was probably and honestly one of the best loaves of bread
Yeah.
I've ever
I
tasted.
should be getting back on the sourdough trail.
It was
really.
It was absolutely remarkable.
Very therapeutic.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, if we got Sara into sourdough,
Yeah,
that'd be really good.
She's got a starter and she's
Has she?
she's working on
What, in
it.
the fridge now?
No, in
Oh.
somewhere else. I think
Yeah.
it's in.
Tell her I
her
need
house.
some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But she's really into it. And she's just she's learning all these different recipes and she's really learning her craft.
It'd be
and
really nice as
investigating.
well. I mean, here we are discussing poor Sara.
I know. Sarah's like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
What?
What I think's really nice is she does love cooking things from home, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
she does.
So it'd be really nice to be able to taste some of the things that she had back in.
When she was growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think that'd be really good.
Yeah.
But she's got that, she's sort of, I've noticed something, and this is going to sound really sarcastic. I've noticed a similarity between you, Sara, and people that create beautiful things, is that they love doing it. There's love in it. There's something really tangible about spending time and putting all your energy and emotion into it to make something beautiful for other people. Whereas I can't be asked, and it never works. I think there's something in it.
You say that. They do say that being creative with your hands sets off stuff in your brain that reduces stress levels completely.
No wonder I'm bloody stressed, Pen.
Yeah. Apparently that's just a thing.
Yeah.
It's a well-known fact.
Well, as I've already said many a time, because I don't have the basics.
Yeah, but also it's not where your passion lies.
No.
And we could say, well, yeah, but your basics are starting an introduction for the next book.
Yes, exactly.
That's your basic.
It is.
Whereas mine would be to get out my ingredients.
And then plant something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, Pen, can you believe it? And there we are, just like that, the end of another episode. Thank you so much for listening. You can, of course, catch up on all previous episodes from wherever you get your podcasts. Do give us a 5-star rating, follow, tell your friends, subscribe. There, Pen. Did that one for you.
Oh, thank you so much. You said it so beautifully.
Thank you.
Don't forget you can contact us on our Instagram page, which is @thechitchatters. Send us a message. Make a suggestion of what we can talk about.
Even give us ideas of where we might do our next live event.
That'd be fun.
We had
Can you
such a
imagine?
good time.
Please, listener, in, I don't know, somewhere really amazing.
We don't mind anywhere.
Marbella.
Oh, hello. Hello, Marbella. Marlborough, more like, up the road. Are you going to leave the county again then, Penny? Is this what you're saying?
Well, I mean, it's just these grey days. It'd be nice to have a bit of sunshine.
It would, darling. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Until next time, take care.
Bye.